I'm Sam and welcome to spring break workout number 3. Unlike the previous 2 workouts, which were all bodyweight workouts and which were HIIT type workouts, this is going to be an upper body weight training workout. So all you need is just a set of dumbbells and you should be good to go. I recommend if you have different weights of the dumbbells available to you to use that. To start with a heavier weight and drop it down as you need to, or adjust the weights for certain exercises because every muscle in your body is going to have a different level of strength. So we do not want to just generalize things and keep things at the same weight the whole time. So let's get started. The first exercise I'm going to teach you guys is a bicep curl, which is going to work your bicep muscles right over here. So for proper bicep curl form, you want your chest out, your shoulders around your back, your core tight. You want a little bend in your knees and you want to keep your feet hip distance, okay? So from the side view, this is what it's going to look like. Nice and relaxed. This is just an athletic stance, okay? So next, you are going to pick your dumbbells up, chest out, shoulders back, bend in the knees, feet hip distance. You want to keep your elbows squeezed in at your side because it makes the exercise a little bit more difficult by squeezing everything into the center. As I previously discussed in my other videos, we have something called a midline of our body, which is an imaginary line. So when we squeeze things in towards the center, it works more of the center part of our body and it challenges us a little bit more. Okay, so we're right here. We're gonna bring the dumbbells up, give them a big squeeze at the top, and then bring them down slowly and controlled. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Bring those dumbbells up again, big squeeze, and bring them down slow. We should be counting 3, 2, 1. So from the side view, we're here, bring them up, squeeze the arms as tightly as you can at the top, and then I'm bringing them down slowly, but notice how far I'm extending my arms as well. I have a slight bend in my elbow at the bottom, but my arms are almost completely extended. We want to almost completely extend our arms at the bottom because that's moving our biceps through that full range of motion. And remember from my previous videos, the greater the range of motion, the more we're working the muscles and the more results we're probably going to see. Okay, so we're here, big squeeze, 3, 2, 1. Common mistakes, do not use momentum to bring those dumbbells up and down, okay? That becomes ineffective at that point. You are no longer using your biceps to lift that weight for you, but a force that you simply created. Another common mistake is people bring them up slow and then they just allow the dumbbells to plop down like this. We do not want to do that because the most muscle is built when we move slowly through the eccentric movement of our exercise, okay? So the eccentric movement means the muscle is elongating, okay? So it's that negative movement. It's usually like the down movement, okay? So we want to go slowly on that because the most muscle fiber tearing is going to take place there, okay? It's way more effective than just plopping them down. If you went like this, squeeze, and down, you're not going to see as great of results if you go like this and control that movement on the way down. So that is key here, slow and controlled. We should be counting 3, 2, 1 on the way down always. So we're going to have you guys do 12 bicep curls as your first exercise. Your second exercise is going to be a tricep extension, working the triceps, which are located right here. Now, for this exercise, same exact thing, chest out, shoulders back, core tight. So I like to teach this exercise keeping one foot extended in front of the other, having a slight bend in your knees, okay? Common mistake with this exercise is people like to arch their back and like break their back when they're doing it. That's not good. It's very unsafe and it puts a lot of pressure on your back. So I teach this single foot step out because it more evenly distributes the weight, okay? And notice the way my back is looking. Even though it's on a diagonal, my spine is straight. It's not arched like this, it's straight. It's just going forward, which is much safer than arching your back. So we're here. We extend that dumbbell up and we bring it down to the middle part of our back and then send it straight up to the ceiling, squeezing our triceps at the top. Again, bring it down slow and controlled, and then press it up, big squeeze. From the back view, notice how far the dumbbell is moving down my back. I'm pretty much to the middle to lower part of my trap muscles, and extend at the top. Bring it down slow, and extend at the top. We want to bring it down all the way because, again, everything goes back to range of motion. The greater the range of motion we have, the more we're going to be working the muscles and the more results we're going to see. So that is much more effective than you doing this. And having this tiny little range of motion here. You're really not completely working the muscle, okay? So don't jip yourself of results. Actually move through that full range of motion and make sure you are moving slowly and in a controlled manner. So from the front view, we're right here. Chest out, shoulders back, core tight, leaning forward. I'm bringing it down, and then I'm pressing it straight up to the ceiling and squeezing. Bringing it down, pressing it straight up and squeezing. Notice where my elbows are. They're here. They're not out here. At this point, we're not working our triceps anymore, nor are they squeezing in towards my ears, and am I in a painful position? This isn't good either. Some people have a natural greater range of motion in regards to their shoulder mobility, and they can get here no problem. And if you're one of those people, awesome, you do that. But if you feel you're really forcing them inward and it's painful for you, that's okay. Just bring them out a little bit. I'm not saying you should be totally opened up like this, but happy medium in the middle of the two. Okay? And then lastly, you guys should know this big pet peeve of mine is when people do this tricep extension, they're here and they throw the dumbbell in front of them. They extend it straight out in front of them like this. Rather than pressing it straight up to the sky like that, they go boom. Now, logic and common sense here. Gravity is the force that's exerted upon us, right? Okay, whenever it comes to a body weight exercise or a dumbbell exercise or any type of free weight exercise, we need to go against gravity. If gravity's pushing on us from up to down, why are we throwing the dumbbell forward? It literally makes no sense, okay? So bring it back to logic. Where is the force coming from? And you need to lift that weight against that force. It's not coming from in front of you, okay? Press it straight up. We don't want counterproductive movements here, so make sure you're thinking. Okay, so that's exercise number 2. And I'm gonna have you do 12 tricep extensions. Everything's pretty much gonna be 12 today. It's the day of 12s, okay? Next, I'm gonna teach you guys a shoulder press exercise, which is going to work the deltoid muscles, some of the trap muscles, and it's also going to work your triceps the way I teach it, and you're gonna be engaging your core and lower back muscles as well. So, I'm gonna have you guys sit like a pretzel on the ground. By sitting in this position when doing a dumbbell exercise, especially a press movement, you are forced to engage your core and to engage your lower back to help you stabilize those weights, okay? You should not be looking like this. We should not be slouching here. Chest out, shoulders back, core tight, it's engaged, lower back engaged. Okay, we always want to work on building those muscles every opportunity we can. So we're snagging that now. Okay, so we're right here. We're holding the dumbbells in front of our chest, getting those dumbbells down and puffing out your chest slightly. We are pressing the dumbbells straight up to the ceiling. Boom, bring them down slowly. 3, 2, 1. Press them straight up to the sky again. Exhale. Bring them down slow. 3, 2, 1. Press them up and bring them down slow. Common mistake. Do not slam the dumbbells together at the top. Don't do this. Boom. Boom. Dumbbells, the bell part, is made out of rubber. So when you bang rubber against rubber, it just flies apart, okay, and you have no control at that point. So again, counterproductive movement, check yourself. Also, I tell people when doing this movement, to drop their elbows, because by dropping the elbows, not only do we allow the deltoids to have a greater range of motion, working the deltoids more completely. Deltoids, that nice rounded shoulder muscle right here. Okay, so not only are we gonna work the deltoids more completely, but we're also activating the triceps because it's a press, it's a push motion. So we're here and then we push them up to the sky, which is going to work these muscles here. And we always wanna work on these, right? Especially ladies, we're always seeking to work on those. So snag that opportunity, work them whenever you can. We're here, slow and controlled. Press them up, big squeeze, slow and controlled. From the side view, we're here, same thing, chest out, shoulders back, core tight. Press them up, exhale, 3, 2, 1. Press them up, exhale, 3, 2, 1. Make sure you do not chip the movement. Make sure you drop those elbows down all the way. Different schools of thought, people will do a shoulder press like this, which just requires a little bit more deltoid stabilization, okay? Smaller range of motion. So usually when people are doing a press out here, they can lift more weight because again, the range of motion is smaller, so therefore they're not working the muscles as much. And also you will feel that type of press, that wider press, more in the traps and more of that upper part of the deltoid because you're not dropping it all the way down. I'll let you guys pick which one you want to do. One focuses more on stabilization, the one I just showed you, and the one with the elbow drop, it's just a greater range of motion. You're gonna work more muscles when doing it. So that's your call. I recommend the first one, that's always my fave, but hey, it's based on your fitness goals and what you want to achieve. So I'm gonna have you do 12 presses. And then the final exercise I'm going to have you do is just a basic dumbbell row for 12 again, because again, this is the day of 12s. We're entering more of a hypertrophy type of training for this upper body circuit, I guess you can say, and with summer around the corner, right? So for a proper dumbbell row form, there we go. So feet hip distance apart, slight bend in the knees, chest out, shoulders back, core tight as always. So, like a deadlift, guys, we are doing a hip hinge here. So you're sticking your butt out, okay? Notice my knees have a little bend in them. My chest is out, my shoulders are back, my core is tight. And look how flat my back is. This isn't good, okay? You can't activate the same back muscles when doing a dumbbell row when you're in this position as if you were in this position, okay? We're going to be looking flat at the ground, okay? In between our feet preferably. We don't want to do this because this is straining our neck. I see people do that all the time and it looks like you're breaking your neck. Don't break your neck, save yourself the pain. Okay, so a dumbbell row is going to work our rear deltoids, boom, the backs of our shoulders, okay? It's going to work our traps as well and stuff deep to the rear deltoid muscle. So you have like your rhomboids, your teres major, teres minor, like all those little tiny muscles, some of them not so tiny, but muscles most people don't care too much about, but just so you guys know. Okay, so we're here. Chest out, shoulders back, core tight, feet hip distance. Give me that hip hinge right here, looking down at the ground. Allow the dumbbells just to hang right here. We shouldn't be forcing them outward. I see this as well a lot. I'm not quite sure why people do that. Just relax here. From here, you're driving the elbows down and back with the inner part of the arm sweeping against the clothing. So we're here, driving back, big squeeze, release. 3, 2, 1. Driving back quick, big squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Again, big squeeze. 3, 2, 1. From the front view. Here, squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Notice my elbows aren't here, okay? For this type of dumbbell row, I want you to send the elbows directly back behind you. If you were to go here, go like this, That's exactly what I want, except you're in this position. Here, that's it. Common mistake as well. Make sure you don't have wrist syndrome when you're doing this exercise. So I want you guys to watch my wrists when doing this. People have a tendency to do this. We're here, watch them. Yeah, they do that. They roll their wrists. I'm not quite sure why, rather than keeping them strong and squeezing their back muscles as hard as they can. By rolling the wrist like that, we lose the effectiveness of the exercise. We're not really squeezing those back muscles anymore because the wrist is lifting the weight. Okay, so again, a counterproductive movement. Be aware of this, guys. Anything else? I don't think so. I think that's all I have for you guys. Again, I'm going to have you do 12 of those, and I want you to repeat this sequence 6 times with a 1-minute rest in between. Your upper body should be on fire at the end of this little circuit. Honestly, it should take you no more than 20 minutes, half an hour, if you are moving effectively. So again, a repeat of everything. Bicep curls for 12. Then you're moving to tricep extension for 12. Seated shoulder press for 12. And then bent over row for 12, okay? If you guys have any questions or comments regarding these exercises, please comment in the section below. As always, the workout will be posted in the information section below, reps, sets, all that good stuff. I'll post on Instagram as always. Like, share, subscribe. And again, I haven't gotten any feedback from you guys. I don't know what you're doing, but I see people watching these videos, so I don't know if you're not commenting or what, but I want to hear back from you. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you think these videos are helpful or whatever, or if you have feedback, or if you thought this was a good workout, whatever it is. I want to hear back from you, and hopefully if you are in my challenge, my 6-week total body transformation challenge, you are doing these workouts. I am creating them to help you guys in addition to all of my other regular group exercise attendees, okay? So take advantage of this. They're only going to be around for so long, and yeah, so have a good pump today, guys. Make sure you eat your protein after, and enjoy your break.